Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois, as we are here for game number one, night number one of the Lady Sons Classic 2024 edition. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Ned Eckert is alongside. I have Jenny on the camera tonight, and the serve is long to kick things off as we just got here in a nick of time. The serve on the far side by Caitlin Vogler, the senior defensive specialist, was long. It's 1-0 Unity as we have Rushville Industry on your right. And Unity Payson on the left. And a hitting error sends it out of bounds. It is 1-1 as the serve goes back to the Rockets. As we work to get our scoreboard up and running here, so give us just a second on that. And a short serve. It's an ace for the Rockets off the hand of number 20. That's Devin Vogler, outside hitter, and just a sophomore, Ned. She's going to be a good one, I think.
Yep. Very strong serve.
And to the middle it goes. It's dug up in the back row by Vogler. It was the attack by Sailor Berry. Sailor Berry is a name you're probably going to hear a lot, and then a passing error results in another point. It's 3-1. In favor of the Rockets of Rushville Industry.
Can you keep in serve points? Yeah.
I should be, but I'm not. And a service error results in another side out. So both side outs have been because of errors. One was a service error long, the other was a service error short. And here we go. Back to serve for Unity. That's number 26, Cody Duke. That's a name we'll probably hear quite a bit this week as well as we cover all of the games except the ones that are in Bowen on Saturday. That was a ball bounced around in the rafters and fell to the floor. It's a point, and we're tied at 3 apiece.
I believe that's the first kill of the match there.
And an ace for Duke. She served 2 in a row and gives her team a 4-3 lead. Ned asked me if I was keeping service points. Normally I do. I'm doing too many things at the moment, though. And a hitting error results in another point. It's 5-3. Oh, goodness. If you can hear Coach Kerr, who is here, up here on the giving Emily Duke a hard time, or Cody Duke, excuse me. Emily is going to kill me for that, or she'll message me in a few minutes and give me a hard time about it. And a passing error results in a point. It's 6-3 as Cody Duke has served 4 straight now. And a quick set comes, and a hitting error into the net off the hand of Charlie Gerlman. So not the best of starts for the Rockets. They kind of jumped out to a 3-1 lead behind the serving of Vogler and have struggled since. Now the attack, that was off the hand of Shoemaker. And there's a reception back. It's going to be Shoemaker again. Deep left corner and out. A hitting error. Finally a side out for the Rockets. It'll be 7-4 with going back to serve. Going to be number 7. That is Kaylee Shaw. Shaw will be serving for the Rockets with her team trailing by 3. Duke goes to get it. It's going to be an ace. Serve receive error results in an ace, and it's 7-5. Shaw with the point.
Illegal alignment.
Yep.
On Unity.
Unity out of line somewhere as the officials talk over with
I think she just
one
left
of the
early.
best head coaches in the area still, along with Coach Kerr, Seth Klusmeyer. And at the net, a double hit. Yep. Double hit went to the net. I believe that was number 14, Avery Esther. Esther trying to go up and get it, but pinned it against the net, then it fell on her side, unfortunately, and it comes back to haunt her. And a service error by Saylor. Sends it into the net. Saylor Berry picks up the service error. And quick set middle, off the block. Good block that time by Fleck. It's a deep out. Another hitting error. And out of bounds, it's 9-7. Let's serve. Gets across, though. We're going to stay.
Nice up by number 11 there for Unity.
And a miss hit at the net, trying to push it across, was Becca Lewis. You can't get it there, and it's 10-7 Unity.
It's 22 on the block for Unity.
Block off the hand of number 22, Morgan Arnsman. And a timeout by Rushville Industry, trailing 11-7. You can see we got the scoreboard up. Let's see if we can make it work here. It's 11-7 here at the first timeout of the tournament. Here in set number 1, we're in game 1, or match 1, I guess more technically put, right, Ned?
Yes.
Got to get things correct here. So if Ned and I talk over each other a little bit tonight, it's because I messed up and brought a board that didn't have our doubler in it, so we can't hear each other very well. And it is kind of loud in here at times, but we will work through it nonetheless. As we work, make sure you like the link, like the stream, share it with your friends, and there's a hitting error that time by Arnsman, and it's out of bounds. It'll be a side out and a point for the Rockets. Going back to serve is going to be number 24, Delaney Meyer. 11-8's the score. Serve dug by the libero, but it's not. It's an ace off the arms of, I'm not sure who number 12 is. It's number 12 works better if you look at the right list. Tegan Campbell, the libero, can't control that one. It's 11-9. Short serve. Saylor Berry is there. Tipped across by Arnsman, dug up.
Gonna be brought back.
Gonna be a free ball, but they get it across. Except Arnsman, middle, blocked, dug back up. I believe that was number 2. Fleck on the block, and a kill for number 21, Michaela Foth. Michaela Foth, I believe, from the left side got the kill. And it's a side out. Arnsman back to serve. Morgan Arnsman is a freshman. And an ace. A swing and a miss in the back row by the libero, number 24, Delaney Meyer. And it's 13-9. Live chat's open. There's a service error. So to the substitutions we go on the side out. Going back to serve is going to be number 1, Italy Ford. Very good player as well for the Rockets. Saylor Berry comes in to get it. Bump set. Cody Duke has it blocked. Comes back across. Foth goes to get it. Meyer back there. Now Ford with the set. Pushed across by Vogler. Katie Duke sends it across. Cody Duke, excuse me. And a big-time hit. We talked about it earlier. Devin Vogler can really, number 20, she can really wind up and let one go. And
very
she did
powerful
right there.
arm there.
It's a side out. No, it's a point, excuse me. As Italy Ford goes back to serve again. It's 13-11 in a match that has kind of been up and down As Barely takes that one as well. Back set, it's going to be a free ball, bumped across.
Neither team really getting the momentum and keeping it.
Pushed across, left-handed, just got it across. That's all she could do was Voth. Duke on the attack, and she'll get the kill. It went off the block effect and fell in the back row. A kill for Cody Duke and a side out for Unity. They lead by 3, 14-11. As I was saying, share the link, find it, copy it, share it on all your social media if you would. Drop in, put a live chat in there, and a service error by Foth. And right back to the Rockets it goes. 14-12 is the score. Set number 1. One timeout's been called by the Rockets. Fleck goes out. End of serve for the Rockets. Number 25 is Caitlin Vogler. She started things off, so we went through one rotation now. And a service error. Her first serve was long. That one is short into the net, and it's a side out. Back to serve for Unity. Number 20 is Jillian Schaefer, a sophomore. A lot of youth on this Unity team. Ford's going to try a bump set. So we've sent across by number 19, Miley Martin. There's a big attack by Foth. Or no, that was Sailor Berry. Nice dig by Meyer. And then just the passes weren't quite on point, and it's going to end up being a 16-12 lead.
Little confusion back there in the back row, I believe.
Well, getting people out of system is what every coach talks about, right?
Exactly right.
And they got them out of system on the first initial attack and never got back. There's Vogler. Nice big block up front by Duke. Arnsman brings that one back. Barry gets way under that one. And look out, camera person down at the far end. It's 16-13, side out. Going back to serve one more time is number 20, Devin Vogler. Unity probably happy to see her in the back row. She let loose on a couple big smacks.
Right. She still has a heck of a serve, though.
Taking Campbell went down to get that one barely.
And can pass, too, right there.
Yep. Call a lift and a side out. Back to Unity. 17-12, or 17-13, excuse me, the score. Oh, big
nice
hit by Arnsman, drives it home. A kill for Arnsman, and a point for the Mustangs. And
Tooled the block. She saw it appear in front of her, and she just used it to her advantage on the angle.
That's a nice thing about being middle, right? You can hit a bunch of different angles.
Yes.
That's down the line, but out. Not by much.
No.
Cody Duke trying to paint the line there, Ned, and missed it by about 2 inches.
It kind of floated on her, I believe.
Checking back in to serve one more time is going to be Kaylee Shaw for Rushville Industry. Shaw serving up. She had a point in her last serve, I do believe. Set far side. Arnsman's going to tip that across, and she might have got bailed out by Shaw. That looked like it might have been out of bounds. Look at those hands. Did you see that? I kicked it up with my foot and hit it with my hand. I should be playing volleyball, I'm telling you. I wonder if that was on camera. Let's watch the replay. And here's Sailor Berry back to serve. Oh, my camera person's left me hanging. Didn't get it on camera. That's hurtful. Double hit. A point. And a side out. Back to serve. Going to be number 23. That's Charlie Gerlman. Middle hitter, senior. Short serve. Sailor Berry's there. Middle to Arnsman. That might be off the block. Was that touch? No, it was not. Out of bounds.
It was close.
It was very close. I couldn't really tell from here. We're not at a real good angle from behind to tell if something's touched or not necessarily.
That's why they don't give us whistles.
And an ace as Gerlman drops that one in perfectly to maybe inside the 10-foot line. And a timeout's going to be called by Coach Klusmeyer and the Unity Mustangs. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back after this on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential. with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois, as the camera takes a little second to focus there, but as you see, that is the senior number 23, Charlie Gerlman. She served a couple and forced a timeout by Unity. There's another big serve, and that thing is just floating and curving as it comes across.
It dropped right off the table on the receiver there.
Another point, and it's 19-18 Mustangs. That one ate Barry up a little bit. She tipped it across, did the setter, Julian Schaefer, and that's a hitting error, out of bounds, back to the Mustangs, leading 20-18 now after the side out. Back to serve is going to be number 11, Sadie Shoemaker, and into the net. Shoemaker takes a seat, coming back in. The libero, number 12, Tegan Campbell. Back to serve the other libero for the Rockets. It's number 24, Delaney Meyer. Arnsman off the block. It's Doug. Near side to Vogler. Vogler's dug. Overpass, not down. Fleck was there, and it's going to end up. Going to give her a kill on that or no?
What's that?
You going to give her a kill on that or no?
I would, yes.
I agree.
The Bears were fed, and she took advantage.
20-20, the score now. Deep. Schaefer's there. Hit out of bounds. That was Michaela Thoth hitting that one out of bounds. And it is 21-20. Rockets with the lead. The first time they've led since early in the match. Arnsman into the net and down, and the Rockets build a 2-point lead.
Coach Klusmeyer pointing to his temple, trying to get his kids to think.
Second timeout in about a stretch of what, 4 or 5 points here, Ned.
Points. Yep.
And but you know, Coach Klusmeyer, he didn't call the timeouts early. Things didn't go his way. He waited till kind of towards the end of the game, right?
Exactly.
I mean, he's experienced. He knows what
he tries to let him get in the flow. And
as a coach, that's, you know, this early in the season, you kind of have to. You don't want to call that first time out early. You want to at least let them try to work through something, right?
Yeah, you try to save them till the end of the game, but they don't carry over, so you might as well take them when you need them.
Use them if you no reason to keep them. It's kind of like money when you die, right? You
That's
can't
right.
take it with you. Once again, live chat's open. Brenda Schultz, thanks for hopping in, saying go Rockets. Make sure you tell us where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for as Delaney Meyer goes back to serve one more time. She has served 4 straight, I do believe.
I believe so.
David Barry's there. Schaefer. Arnsman.
Net foul.
And in the net was Arnsman. They call her in the net, and it's 23-20.
We'll see how they can respond here.
Meyer back to serve one more time. This one's deeper this time. Campbell had it. It's going to be sent across by Foff. Bump set comes middle. Meyer from the back row, deep. Barry's there. Schaefer outside. No, it's going to be Barry from the back row. Outside to Vogler. Off the block. And out of bounds. A kill for Devin Vogler, number 20. And a point. It's set point number 1. They've got 4 of them here. Do the Rockets. They lead 24-20. It was 20-18. And there's a serve. That might have been out of bounds. And it's going to be an ace. 25-20. Set number 1. The win goes to the Rockets. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with set number 2. Live from Southeastern High School in Augusta, Illinois. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School here in Augusta, Illinois. Dwayne Hulett, Ned Eckert alongside. We have Caden Strins and Joey Yelnick coming in a little bit. Jenny is on the camera tonight. I want to thank her. Unofficial stats, 5 aces in set number 1 for Rushville Industry, 2 aces for Girlman, 4 points scored unofficially for Delaney Meyer. I think she actually served the last 5, if my memory serves me correctly. 1 block in the match for Rushville Industry as we get ready to go here. It'll be Unity. I'll give you those back, and you can. Okay. I'll let you go over those because my stat sheet's way simpler than that. I have to look at too many things to know what you're doing. I can't keep up with that much fancy stuff. Tipped across. Schaefer's there. It's going to be dug up after the partial block. Meyer's going to try and get it across. She will not. And it'll be a point to start things off here in set number 2 for the Mustangs. 1-0. They led probably two-thirds of that.
Two-thirds of that first game.
They trailed 3-1, took the lead from there, and never trailed again until 21-20. And an overpass, as you like to say, feed the Bears. And Cody Duke says, I'm hungry, and slams that one home. Another point for Jillian Schaefer, the sophomore setter for the Mustangs. That one's dug in the back row by Vogler. Tipped across on not a great set, but, man, I'll tell you what, give Vogler all kinds of credit.
Great
Devin
ball
Vogler
placement.
Did a good job of even getting to that and keeping it in bounds. She gets the kill.
Pushed out to the pin, had to cut it way inside the antenna there.
Yep, did a great job of getting that in and keeping it in play, and she'll go back to serve now with her team down 2-1. Tipped across by Sailor Berry, and she'll get the kill. And a side out, and it's 3-1. Once again, hop into live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. I want to thank Brenda Schultz for doing that. Share the link. Let them know that you can watch the rest of this first match, and we'll have all of them all weekend long right here, or all week long and weekend. And I don't know. There's 5 of them a night until Friday, and then there's 3, I think, because that's a hitting error by Girlman, and it's a point for Cody Duke and the Mustangs. 4-1 the score. Trouble for Girlman.
Reception error.
That ate her up, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It was a nice moving serve.
You know, we have to pretty much show the game from the left side, or from the side, I should say, but it'd be so nice to have that camera to watch the serves. You know what I mean? Because
the movement on the ball.
Yeah,
exactly.
They float so much. Big hit and a dig by Duke. She's going to try a back row attack. She's going to have to push it across. That was a huge hit by Avery Esther. And into the net. And maybe under the net, technically.
She threw the back set, and I think it kind of threw her approach off. So
6-1, Unity coming to life here in the second set. trying to force a third set, which if that happens, we'll talk about it because it's a little different than normal. There's Meyer with another attack as the libero from the back row. Sailor Berry dives it into the net, or into the block, and Girlman over there with Miley Martin.
Her second kill of the game there.
Cannot make anything work, and Duke, who served a bunch of points in set one, is doing it again here in set two. She's going to get an ace right there. That was beautiful. Barely, it might have even been a bit of a let serve, and it went right to the line. It's an ace and a timeout. Very much like set number one. They get a timeout, does Rushville Industry early. They were able to come back, though, Ned, in the first set. Difference is it was never got more than 5 points.
5 points, right.
Or 7 points early in this set, too.
Yeah. It's good to see your team as a coach respond like this after going down disappointingly in the first game.
Yeah, that's and Rushville, at the same time, Rushville's like, we've been here before. We've responded last time. You just have to come back, do the things we did in set number one.
A little deeper hole, but we can do it.
Unity isn't making the mistakes, I think, that they made in set one. They had a few more
exactly.
hitting errors,
They had more hitting errors, exactly.
And taking better care of the ball. And
their coverage and passing is much better.
Right. You say that in football and you say that in basketball. You don't hear it as much in volleyball, but taking care of the ball is equally as important, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Keeping it inside the lines is
keeping yourself in system right there.
Cody Duke back to serve again. That one goes right to the middle. Girlman's there. Forward back set. It's going to come across on a free ball. Schaefer out to Sailor Berry. Dug in the back row by Vogler. Now it's going to be Girlman on the hitting error. She tried to maybe, Ned, get a smidge fancy there. She tried to come cross-body.
Yeah, I think she saw the block developing in front of her and tried to go. Had to pick which way she wanted to go there.
Now all the way to the left side. Devin Vogler was there. Pushed across. Duke comes up to get it. And they're out of system, and that's what we talked about.
Yep.
Schaefer tried to get it as the setter, and Duke got there, but then Schaefer was out of position. He couldn't do anything with the pass.
Nope.
And finally a side out for Rushville Industry. And going back to serves, Kaylee Shaw. She had some success from the service line in set number one, so we'll see if she can kind of bring her team back into this. Her team leads 1-0 in the set department. They're down 9-2 in set two, though. There's Arnsman, and Barry came over to try to hit it as well.
Got the touch on the block, slowed it down for the defense there.
Arnsman again on the attack to the net. It's going to be a bump set. Girlman's got a chance, and that's going to be
nice play.
That's a hustle play.
That's exactly
they called the
right.
first one a block, which might have been generous. But there's an attack and out of bounds. On the hitting error was Avery Esther. And as I said, calling that first touch a block was pretty generous, I think. But
I think so, but it was a good hustle play and heads up.
It happened so quick, it's hard
Yes.
to, you couldn't hardly tell if it was four anyway. What a block, and down it goes. Arnsman, number 22, and it is Shoemaker,
Assisted by
number
11 there.
Yep, they were both there. Big-time block, and it drops in bounds. Sailor Berry back to serve again.
And right on the line.
It's 11-2. Not a good set. Trouble.
Trouble.
Shaw not able to get that ball up, and it's a point for Unity. Meyer, Shaw back set, an over set, and there to knock it home was Michaela Voth, and it's 13-2. Our camera's having some problems focusing up there, so we might have to work on that between matches. Schaefer's there, so they're out of system, but they bump it across. Middle, Girlman, long, and out. A hitting error, and it's 14-2.
You got to wonder how far their coach wants to let them get ahead before she calls that second timeout.
Duke comes out. Checking in for the Mustangs is Mia Lopez. I always see MIA and wonder if it's Mia or Maya. I think I just
I've heard
Coach
it
say
pronounced
Maya.
both. So
I think I just heard Coach say Maya, so we'll go with Maya.
another hitting error.
And was not off the block, so it is, as Ned said, another hitting error, and it's 15-2.
It wasn't by much, but almost hit the serving hash mark there.
As sub coming in, Italy Ford is going to come into the lineup, going to replace number 29, Becca Lewis. So Italy Ford will be playing front row. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to go to a 6-1, and they are. Ford's coming in to set. I kind of wondered if that's what was going to happen. And now Barry's going to push it across deep. Meyer is there. Ford tips it across because she is in the front row. And now up to Arnsman, a big block by Gerlman. Barry's there, though. Lopez sends it across.
Good recovery.
Ford sets quick. Gerlman, deep corner, drops it home. A nice quick set and an attack by Charlie Gerlman. Sometimes, Ned, it's not about how hard you hit it, it's where you place it, and she did a great job of putting it down that time.
It was a little quicker offense on that one.
They are a different lineup when Italy Ford is the setter.
Mm-hmm.
And I said 6-1. They were playing a 6-2. They're playing a 5-1 now, technically.
5-1, right.
But we've seen there's a hitting error from the back row by Barry, and it's 15-4. And what I was getting ready to say there was when it's 6-2, your setter's always in the back row, so you always have 3 hitters. When it's 5-1, your setter's always in the game all the time and setting every rotation.
Gives her a few more options at the net.
Another hitting error. And out of bounds it goes, side out to the Mustangs. They lead 16-4. Coming in to serve for the Mustangs, it's going to be number 35, Adelina Pedro. Pushed across, Pedro's there. Schaefer. Up with Voth. Ford comes across. Esther is going to get the kill.
I think the passer in the back bailed her out on that one.
Yep, Avery Esther gets the kill and the side out. Coming back in momentarily was Shoemaker. Shoemaker leaves because the libero, who is Tegan Campbell, has been coming in for Shoemaker. So when they put Pedro in to serve, boy, that was pretty close to a carry by Fleck. Ford near side. Vogler with the tip. It's dug up. Barry's there. Pushed across by Voth. Ford back to Vogler again. Vogler on the attack. Barry on a
nice dig.
Middle, nobody's there.
Little miscommunication there between your outside hitter and your back row.
Well, they're
climbing their way back here.
Well, they are, and we were talking about the 5-1. They only have 2 hitters in the front row right now because Schaefer's in the front row, and she tried to set to the middle, and Arnsman had come to a bit of a slide, I think. And now Schaefer on the attack there. Ford out to Vogler. Vogler, Barry at the net, a jousting match. It's going to be hit across by Voth. Ford now to Fleck. Nice dig by Barry, but they can't do anything with it. Give Lopez a lot of credit for hustling to the wall there to the bleachers. But it's another point, and it's 16-7. Delaney Meyer back to serve. Cody Duke coming in. Lopez is going to check back out. Lopez, who came off the bench for that rotation through the back, did a great job, Ned, of trying to get to the bleachers there to save that. Just couldn't quite do anything with it.
Good hustle and concentration back there.
Duke very close to a back row attack there. And Vogler trying to come down the line. Gets a little too far out. Knocks it out of bounds. Side out.
Looking for a touch at the net there and didn't get it.
Arnsman back to serve. Vogler on the serve receive. Ford's going to put it across in her last rotation through the front row. Fleck had a block on Duke, who just tipped it over the block. Vogler went down, got back up, pushes it across. Schaefer, middle to Duke. Duke is going to hit it just a little long and out of bounds.
I got to give the unsighted. I was blocked by our player on that.
Schaefer willing to get a one-hand set, and that was a great hustle play. Ford's going to give a back row set to – that's in. That is
Dropped
in.
in the corner.
Girlman hit that with a like kind of a looping little hit right to as far into the back left corner as you could get, Ned.
Yes, it
and
was.
It was perfect.
It painted the line right there.
Here we go. Campbell. Now it's going to be Duke on the attack, and she is going to get the kill. Side out. Back to Unity. Coming back to serve is going to be number 21, Michaela Thoth, another freshman.
You can tell Duke wants the ball. She's calling for it out there. She's wanting to swing away.
Middle. Vogler. Up and down it goes. Devin Vogler, number 20, with the kill. And a side out. It's 18-10. If you watched the Rockets at the end of last year as they improved throughout the season, you knew they were going to be a better volleyball team this year.
You can tell they're well coached too.
Devin Vogler is just smashing the ball right now. Arnsman. Schaefer. I think that ball got a little too far to the net for her.
Got indecisive.
I think it was she felt like it was too close to the net to really get a good set, so last second she tried to just tip it over and couldn't do it. Again, Schaefer's going to serve next. This is her last rotation through the front row, and that's a service error.
That's
by
the rally killer.
Caitlin Vogler, and it's a side out. Schaefer back to serve now. Italy forward, back set. Vogler dug by Schaefer. They're out of system. Duke a back bump set to Sailor Berry, who hits it long and out. It's a side out. 19-12. Voth takes a seat. Campbell comes back in.
Unity's glad to see number 20 go to the back line anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of 20, she's there to serve. Campbell, Berry, bump set. That was Shoemaker on the attack. Girlman sends it back and deep, and it's another just touch kill for Charlie Girlman. And Coach Klusmeyer wants a timeout, and you don't hear him get overly excited very often.
No.
But you could hear him that time. He knows Girlman has found what she thinks is the weak spot, and you can tell that he's talking about we've got to get the back two corners covered.
Yeah, a little miscommunication in the back row, right between them. They have to be aggressive back there and want the ball.
19-13 the score. The Rockets with the lead, or with the one set advantage, I should say. The Unity Mustangs have the lead here in set number 2, though. They were up, I would say, big. They were up 10, I think, at one point in this second set. And the Rockets are just chipping away.
Clawing their way back in there.
The problem is they're running out of time.
They're running out of side outs.
Side outs. They're going to have to score points in bunches here. Devin Vogler, who served from the left side to us, her right side is kind of more to her left side now, serving from the left side of the free throw lane. Campbell goes down to get that. Schaefer back to Duke, and Schaefer gets called for a lift. So it's 19-14. Once again, thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And they're going to call that an illegal hit on Campbell. It's 19-15. Thank you, Brenda. We appreciate you watching. Berry with the serve receive. It's out of bounds. Anything you can do, I can do. It just didn't quite work as the better part of that statement. And just like that, the second timeout comes for Unity. We'll take a break as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
Welcome back here to Augusta, Illinois, Southeastern High School, night number 1 of the Lady Sons Classic. This is match number 1 of a whole bunch of them. I'd have to count them up. I don't know how many there are. There's a bunch. It's 19-16. Rockets on a big run. Vogler here going to serve it up again. Barry's there. Stays in system this time. Back set to Duke. And Duke's going to end that run with a kill.
She really wants that ball. You can tell.
We talked about off air, Ned, that communication's been a problem, and you can pretty much go back to when volleyball, I think, is the toughest sport to sub in.
Yes.
And there was a couple subs that were made by Unity. It was a big serve, nice serve by Duke, an overpass, and it's dug back up after Shoemaker sent it back across. Gerlman sends that one deep and out of bounds. But what I was saying is it's like a hitting error for Gerlman. It's one of the toughest sports to sub in.
Yes.
And that seemed to be about when the communication problem started.
Yeah, they have to be used to playing next to each other. And
Duke with an ace. And a timeout. Charge to Rushville Industry, their second timeout. So everybody's out of timeouts. 22-16 here as we work through set number 2. It's 1-0 Rushville Industry. As the camera keeps wanting to hop out of focus, we're going to change cameras after this match. So we have a new one sitting in a bag, but I want to try to use that one there, and it's just not wanting to work for us. So we'll change that up. We apologize about that, but man, if you're a coach, you never want to go 3 unless you lose the first set. Then you want to go 3, right?
Exactly right.
But not the way you want to start off a whole bunch of volleyball games in 5 days by having to go 3.
Right.
But Unity's at the point, and Cody Duke has been really good from the service line. Hopefully I didn't jinx her by saying that. Oh, a little short. Schaefer laid onto the court. Vogler. Esther off the block and down, a side out. Yep, that definitely was a touch, and it's 22-17. Next match, we'll have Western and Brown County. We'll have Beardstown and Central later. West Hancock and West Central, and then Southeastern and West Central a little bit later tonight. So a lot of volleyball coming up here. Oh, and then an ace by Shaw. Shaw gets the ace, and it's 22-18.
Receiver was blocked by her front row player there.
Yeah, Schaefer kind of acted like she was going to go get it, and Duke hesitated because of that, and then it fell right in front of her. Shaw back to serve with her team trailing by 4. Duke did go to get that one over, into the net.
Yeah.
That ball passed. I thought it was going to be an overpass in all actuality, but it fell short, and Schaefer did a good job just to get to it. But we saw her tip one into the net for that exact same reason. She's a back row player right now, can't tip that one.
It's got to be completely above the net.
And pushed across, 4 hits, did not get a block, and it's 22-20. This would be a huge comeback for the Rockets if they could somehow manage to get back and get this win. There's 10 years ago or 15, that would have been an illegal serve receive.
Exactly right.
Esther, a kill! A Sports Corner kill for number 14, Avery Esther, and it's a 1-point match, or 1-point set. In set number 2, 22-21. Shaw back to serve again. Barry went to get that one. Back set goes to Shoemaker, and Shoemaker hits it, and we're tied at 22. 22-22. Coming back from 9-1 down, folks. And the Rockets have knotted it at 22. They were down 5 before they got the side out. Here's Shaw again. That's a let's serve. Outside it goes to Arnsman. Blocked, dug up, and coming across. And when things are going your way, they're just going your way, folks. And Gerlman somehow got a hand on that, a left hand, mind you. She's right-handed. And it just went across the net and fell where nobody was. And it's 23-22. The Rockets have retaken the lead. And there's almost an ace. It is going to be a free ball. Arnsman's going to hit it out on an overpass. And it's 24-22. Match points for the Rockets. And who would have thought that was going to be the case before
Exactly
Shaw stepped
right.
to the service line. She's going to try and go. It's 2 match points. Not a good pass, but it's going to be sent across into the net. Not going to get there. And we're going to end 25-22. Rushville Industry gets the 2-set win, 25-20, 25-22, to down the Unity Mustangs here in the opening match of the 2024 Lady Sons Classic in Augusta, Illinois. We'll take a break. We'll be back in our next game stream in just a few minutes. Once again, close out of this one and come back. The next game will be Western and Brown County. Thanks for joining us here from the Lady Sons Classic. We'll be back in the next stream in just a few minutes.